So you're a privacy-respecting, freedom-loving person and you're trying to figure out what kind of browser would best suit you? Look no further than Librewolf, a fork of Firefox. Librewolf, as it says, is focused on privacy, security and freedom. And from what I've seen so far, it's done all of them and even more. So let's get right into it. We can see its main features down here. I'm on the website right now. No telemetry, private search, ad block included, which is uBlock Origin, in my personal opinion, the best ad blocker available. Enhanced security, fast updates, and it's open source, as it is a fork of Firefox. Now, the first thing I want to cover are the range of some search engines that come with this browser. So if we navigate over to just a new tab and click on these three concepts, they're very, well, it's exactly the same as the Firefox interface. So very familiar to those who have used Firefox in the past. We can go down here on settings, and they're pretty much exactly the same as the Firefox settings menu, but a lot of it has been changed, and a lot of the defaults have been altered or completely removed. So, for example, if we head down here to privacy and security, we can see that it's already been selected to strict, whereas on Firefox it's normally set to standard. Librewolf by default deletes all cookies and data when you close the browser, so if you signed into a couple sites like YouTube or Netflix and then you closed the browser, went back on it, you'd have to sign in all over again, but it also stops cross-site cookies and third-party cookies from accumulating over time. We also have down here that it will clear your history when you close, blocks pop-up windows, warns you when websites try to install add-ons. I'm pretty sure those are Firefox defaults anyway. But down here, we have what usually is the Firefox data collection and use. Obviously, they've replaced it with Librewolf, and you'll notice they're actually grayed out, so you can't even enable these. Whereas on Firefox, they are. I'm pretty sure they are already all ticked. Librewolf, you don't even have the option to have them ticked, which I think's pretty damn nice. It does have this unchecked though, but I think this is just kind of a normie thing anyway. You know, if you try to go on a HTTPS site, if you try to go on a HTTP site and it doesn't have a proper certificates or anything, they'll like here as well. I don't think it matters too much though. I'm sure they have their reasons for not having that ticked by default. HTTPS mode in all windows, very nice. I always make sure to enable that whenever I'm using Firefox. But yeah, if we navigate over to the search here, which I was going to show you first of all, the default search engine is DuckDuckGo. Now on Firefox, it has been Yahoo in the past, but currently it is Google. You can change it easy enough, but it's those defaults that count. And using DuckDuckGo by default, I think, is a pretty good compromise between usability, accessibility, and being an overall decent browser. But down here, we have a wide range of different search engines, and I really like the diverse range of them here. We've got Brave Search for those who are a bit weird. We have Quant, Google, SearchX, DuckDuckGo Lite. I haven't used DuckDuckGo Lite, but I'm sure there's a bit of a difference between that and DuckDuckGo. Wikipedia, for some reason, Wikipedia's on the Firefox one as well. I'm not too sure why. So you can navigate over to a new tab, type in whatever you need to do. And then down here, it does automatically come with the option to click on what type of search engine you want to use for your search query. So if you're trying to look for something using, I don't know, DuckDuckGo, you can't find some results, or you can't find the specific results you need, or are there but aren't appearing for some reason, you can just easily enough click on another one, DuckDuckGo Lite, SearchX, Google. You got the whole range of different search engines to use right there. No need to install them. No need to go out of your way to install them. They're right there ready for you, and I really appreciate that. So let's navigate over here and see how you would install this. So on the website, very clean looking, very minimalistic. Get straight to the point, main features, documentation, source code, and installation. So if you're looking to install this, you can view the source code, which I think takes you to GitLab. So you have all these different repositories here. So for anything from Windows to the Mac OS to Linux to even Gentoo, they have specific versions for those, and then they have an app image or a flat pack to just kind of encompass everything. They also have a documentation tab on their webpage that you can navigate to. It tells you the download and installation for the different binaries, or the app images, or from source code, FlatHub, whatever you want to try and install this from. And then on this blue button here, the installation, the main installation page, the first one that comes up is the Arch install. It gives you a couple ways of installing this. You can install it through a patch for Firefox, it seems. The AUR has Librewolf and Librewolf bin packages. Now, from what it says here, the Librewolf bin package is its own binary, whereas the Librewolf, I think, seems to act as a patch for Firefox. Maybe, not too sure about that, but if you're just installing the binary, it's easy enough with a yay. So if you've got yay installed on your system, you should do if you've been using it as a daily driver, but if not, it's just, sudo pacman-s, yay, and you can install it easily enough through that. Now down here, we also have Debian-based installation here, where it can be installed with the .deb file by adding the repo explained on the Open Build service. So if you're running Debian-based distributions like Ubuntu or Linux Mint, you'd want to follow this one. You also have a separate Gentoo installation there, which I haven't gone over, but I'm sure if you're running Gentoo, you're probably running Librewolf or something akin to that anyway. And you can also find the app image there. So if you're on a different Linux distribution, or perhaps even a custom Linux distribution, you're probably going to want to download the app image. Or if you're running Linux from scratch or Gentoo, you're probably going to be looking to compile from source, and then again it introduces you with the correct instructions to do so. They also provide instructions on installing and building Librewolf from source for the macOS and Windows. So if you're for some reason still running either of those two operating systems and are looking to improve your privacy and security online through your web browser, you have your instructions right there ready to go. So overall, this web browser seems really nice. It's very, very similar to Firefox. Just gotten rid of all that telemetry crap. We can actually navigate over to About Config. I'll see if I can find some examples. So we can click on Show All here, and I don't know, let's type in something like Geo, maybe for geocaching. Look, and you can see actually here where some of the options are grayed out. False, false, false. Now these are probably some telemetry crap that Firefox puts in there by default. Geo.enabled is false. I'm sure that's true on normal Firefox. If we type in something like telemetry, we've got stuff down here. Toolkit telemetry archive enabled. That's just false and grayed out, so you can't even change that. What about Pocket? And that's actually a good thing to bring up too. Here, Pocket is disabled by default, and you cannot turn it back on. Thank God. You will notice when you open a new tab as well that the Firefox logo doesn't appear. So Pocket, for example, in the top right, that's normally there, is gone, absent, and there's no way to bring it back through Librewolf, which I'm sure many people are crying, bidding their farewell to Pocket as they are about to switch to Librewolf, because that's what you should do. But no, in all seriousness, Pocket is absolutely useless, and I'm so happy that they took the time and effort to just remove it completely from Librewolf, hopefully to never be seen again. But if we click on the option menu up here, we also have this add-ons and themes option in this drop-down, which I don't think is there on normal Firefox. I think you have to navigate into the settings in order to find this. But yeah, uBlock Origin comes by default, which is a very customizable ad blocker. You can customize loads of things using this. But you also have access to the themes. You've got access to extensions. I don't know, let's type in HTTPS, something like that. You get access to the normal Firefox browser add-ons, so you have access to everything there. So if you're trying to move over from your Firefox to Librewolf, it should be pretty easy getting all your extensions in order and stuff like that. So pretty nice. You've also got a little plugins thing there. I haven't really used that so much, but it's there if you have. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I think the true beauty of this web browser is how simple it is, how similar it is to Firefox, but also removing all of the negative all the negatives that come with using Firefox. So all the telemetry stuff's gone, all of the ads on the homepage are gone, Pocket's gone, all the dodgy search engines that come with Firefox as default are all gone, cookies are disabled by default, history's wiped. I mean, I really couldn't ask for anything more. This is one of, if not the best web browser I have ever installed on my system. Now, I know I did just do a video about talking about some based web browsers, but I didn't mention Librewolf because it deserved its own mention, and I did write it in the description of that video. But Librewolf, I think Librewolf is probably the most based web browser, GUI web browser that you can use day to day anyway, the most functional based web browser. There you go. Librewolf. Officially the world's most based and usable web browser. It can play DRM content, you can navigate over to YouTube, and because it has uBlock Origin enabled by default, all the ads are already disabled, no need to mess about with that. You can watch YouTube to your heart's delight, no adverts interrupting you, and video playback is works just as well as normal Firefox. You get no dropped frames, works just as well as you'd want it to, and works just as well as it would in any other web browser. I know there are some more web browsers out there that do a much better job at concealing your identity and improving privacy, but once you get past the point that I think Librewolf is at, you start to sacrifice features, you start to sacrifice usability, and what comes with that is fewer and fewer people actually using it, which is not what you want. You want as many people to be using it as possible, which I think Librewolf is doing an amazing job at. I think they're finally on the line of usability and the amount of features and privacy. And of course, if you're not happy with some of the settings that come default with Librewolf, or you think something could be done better, it is all open source, so you can either navigate over to their GitHub, their repository, to go and submit an issue, or you can fork it yourself and do what you want with it. I mean, possibilities are really quite endless with this web browser, and I really appreciate what they've done here. I think it's a good Firefox fork, pretty solid. It gets a 10 out of 10 from me, if that counts for anything anyway. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. I hope you install Librewolf browser. It's very, very nice. It's comfy. It's /comfy/. So, thank you very much. I will see you soon. I will see you in the next video. If you did enjoy this, maybe like the video. Comment if you disagree with anything I've said. I'd love to hear about it. Maybe even subscribe if you enjoy stuff like this. And I will see you in the next video that I make. Have a nice day.